am Regular Man.
You're welcome. I'm the Black Lex, and this is a Regular Man. So recently, my girl picked this up for me. It's Robert Bloch's Hell on Earth. Now, he wrote this years ago. It's actually a graphic novel adaptation of one of his writings, one of his books. It's about three people who try to raise a demon by themselves in an apartment and cage it to control it. However, what they end up doing is they raise the devil instead. So what's worthy of note here is that he also was the author of Psycho, which everybody knows what Psycho is. If you don't know what Psycho is, you probably either been living under a rock or you're in a coma. You've been in a coma for the last 50 years because everybody knows what Psycho is. It's one of the greatest thrillers ever written or ever produced. I believe it was produced by Alfred Hitchcock, as a matter of fact. But this is a good story. It's an average story, but what's worthy, or what I think is worth talking about, is that we as human beings sometimes think we're above anything that would really happen to us. We think we're above reproach. We think that certain things won't happen to us based on how we live, what we do. We just think that, we won't actually be touched by any of the issues that we see other people being affected by. It's hubris. That's what it really is. It's hubris and ego, just becoming lost in yourself, and not being able to attribute what could happen to others, or what happens to others that will happen to you. Sadly, that's what happens in this book. They all fall victim to their own hubris, their own vanity. They are so consumed with bringing this being about that when they finally do, they think they can escape it. They think they won't be tempted by it. And in the end, it shows that all of them, or they're all just lost. One by one, they succumb until finally they figure out that nothing can be done. They figure out that they themselves are the real monsters. They are the demons and devils that they played around with, that were in the shadows the entire time. And this is how humanity lives. We're so vain that we don't think we'd be touched by the same darkness that touches others. None of us are immune. None of us are beyond the average human being. We're not beyond reproach. We can all be touched. So I find this book is an example of humanity's vanity in thinking that we can control the uncontrollable, that we can stare down the eyes of God, proclaim ourselves kings of the earth without paying a price for it. Sadly, this is the way of the world today. We have no respect for nature. We don't have respect for one another. We don't even have respect for ourselves. Hell, we can't even face ourselves half the time. We get caught up in nonsense and we bring about our own hells on earth. So when Robert Bloch wrote this, I'm sure that's what he intended. You know, I didn't want to go in and read a whole bunch of reviews about his book because honestly, a lot of them, what they really go into is just like a synopsis of what was written. And to get to the meat of it, it's really just seeing the characters, you know, one by one just succumb to the tragedy, you know, that is their own ego, their own hubris. Thinking that that no one, let alone, well, they thinking that they can control something, such as the devil himself, just because they have him in a cage. But if you can pick this up, it's not going to cost $5.95 or $7.95. It's going to probably cost more than that because this is a very old book. It's an old edition, and as I suspect, this might not even be a reprint. Like, yeah, this is old itself. Matter of fact, I don't know where my girl got this from, but let's see. Anyway, don't be like the fools in this book and find yourself forgetting that you're not special. You can be the example just like anybody else. I mean, we all live in the same world. We don't control anything. Anything can happen to us at any point in time. Death is just around the corner. This planet is always trying to kill us. Anyway, I'm the Black Lex. If you like this video, go ahead and share, or hit the like button, or subscribe. You can do all three. Let me know what you think in the comment section.